Should we redo the order and end?
But we're live.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Garage Talk Sports. I'm Nils.
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Nick.
And we're bringing episode number 17 to you guys. So 17 straight weeks of this. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been a great time.
I think we're starting to hit our stride. We
Found out that the alcohol helps loosen us up a little bit.
Yes, it does.
So we'll just this week's episode we're going to be talking the big news coming from the NCAA regarding student athletes being able to finally profit off of their own name and likeness, things of that nature. MLB All-Star break is, I believe, next week.
Yes.
So we're going to kind of talk some MLB first half of the season. We've done it a little bit, but we kind of want to talk a little bit more about some stuff going on. Obviously, with that being the big sport in season right now. And then wrap up with some NBA finals are set. We have Bucks versus Phoenix, so it'll be finally two different franchises, smaller markets already, which is pretty cool, at least in my opinion. So we'll dive right into it with the NCAA. Big news, what it is, finally athletes can profit off of their name, their image and their likeness.
Yes, I think it's great, dude. That's honestly, they deserve it.
Yeah.
If you're a amazing college athlete, you deserve to make money.
And not only that, but the NCAA like to use the word amateur athletes all the time with them, but then didn't treat them like amateur athletes. They're exposed to the media just as much as the pros are.
Yeah.
The media is treating them like pros, right? Trevor Lawrence has been covered since his senior year of high school, basically, maybe even his junior year.
Justin Fields,
Jake Fromm. Right. There's guys they're getting put on Netflix shows in high school.
Yeah.
These aren't amateurs, right? I get what they were going for, but if you're going to treat them if you're going to say they're amateurs and try and treat their rights as athletes, as amateur athletes, then you can't let them be exposed to all this stuff.
Yeah.
You got to draw the line somewhere. And if the NCAA was going to be comfortable making them do interviews and all this stuff, have to give statements, yada, yada, and treat them like the NFL treats their athletes or the NBA treats their athletes, then you have to allow these people to also go and seek out money for that.
Yeah. And
you're conning them.
And you know what this means, boys?
NCAA football.
Yes.
NCAA football.
This means there's no stopping it. We're going to have NCAA football.
It'll be back. Madden can finally pound sand.
Yes. It can kick rocks.
My favorite thing about this is the simple fact is I feel like they didn't people thought monetizing college sports was going to ruin college sports.
Mm-hmm.
But you still can't get sponsored. You still can't, be like, I'm Trevor Lawrence. I'm the Clemson quarterback. And this is my product that I want to.
Yeah,
you can make money off.
You can do autograph signings and stuff. You can make appearances and whatnot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I believe you're saying they can't get endorsement deals, right?
No, and
I believe they can. You could sign with Nike and stuff. But
I don't think they're allowed to sign with any brand that has a deal with NCAA or a specific school. So North Carolina is sponsored by Jordan, the Jordan brand. That's how I don't believe any of their individual players can be paid by Jordan, for the simple fact is that was going to ruin a small school that's an Under Armour school is going to have less money than to give to those players.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so it's
who knows? Even that if they can't do that or not,
it's a step in the right direction. For the simple fact is they can iron out what can be endorsed, what can't be endorsed.
Right.
Obviously, if you're under 21, you're probably not going to be able to have a Budweiser poster with you holding the football.
True, probably not. But the beauty of it is that this isn't the college now has to pay the student athlete some kind of wage, right? Because that was the whole far cry. It was they're getting paid with free education and all this stuff. They're getting paid with yada yada, free education, chance to go pro, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Now it was always kind of, in my opinion, a kind of a cheap argument for people that are against letting these athletes make money.
I agree.
You're not stepping on any toes with the colleges, but these players can now go get what they're worth.
Yes, they can go. They have the means to go get their money.
Right.
I feel like
off
anything,
of their name.
This evens out some of the playing field more because, say you're from a small town in Texas and you want to go to a small school, but Texas University offered you. They're going to be like, hey, under the table, we're going to pay you $20,000 to come here. You're going to take that over going to a small school, not getting anything. Now you're like, my name's big in my town. I can sponsor, depending on how it works out, I can be like the local restaurant. Like I can do autograph signings there and get paid by a restaurant.
I can see that. I kind of think the opposite. I really do think, while I think this is a really good step for college athletes, I feel like this is going to give a lot more recruiting power now to the Alabamas.
Yes,
out there, because now they're going to say, well, hey, you want to make money off of your name in college?
Like,
nothing will do that better than playing for the best coach and playing in the best college football organization.
Yeah, I think
you're going to get the most exposure and coverage. You can get all these deals and everything. I think that's the more likely scenario, but it could also work out the same way.
I'm just looking at the way of like, say you're a guy like Trevor Lawrence and you decide like, I don't want to go to Clemson. I want to go to this small school that my dad went to or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a big worry is always you're going to get hurt. And then what happens at that smaller school? Like I would argue that the Power 5 conferences most likely have the most kind of availability of training staff.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're probably going to have close to 1 or 2 trainers per three. Like your quarterback team might have their own personal trainer. Whereas if you go to a small school, it might be 1 for your 50-guy football team. So some of these guys might be like, you know what, I'm a little more covered. If I do get an injury, at least I've already profited off my money where I'm going into my senior year. Get hurt in the
trouble
first game
getting
of the
that chip
season.
out.
The chip broke into my salsa.
Just dipping your fingers in there.
I see your point, but I feel like it's just going to give these power schools.
But they were already
more
like,
of an
see, my thing
advantage.
is they've already had that. Alabama, if they wanted to and I feel like since like probably early 90s, I feel like the top recruits have all been paid to a certain extent.
And I actually was going to bring something up
So
following this. So
my whole thing is, I think
Reggie Bush.
they already
I
had
was gonna bring it
the advantage of making like bigger schools. The
Mhm.
Dukes, the Arizonas are going to get the big basketball players because they can offer families $50,000. A school like the school we went to, Trinity, is small enough. I don't think they could afford to give people $50,000.
I get what you're saying, right? Is now a player, this will probably do away with a lot of those off the radar or under the books deals that athletes make with colleges. And so you're saying if that goes away, then smaller schools have a better chance.
Yeah.
So I think it will work. I think it can work that way. I don't know how big of an impact it'll have, but I can see it helping these smaller schools in that aspect. But I still think when it comes to top recruits choosing between 5 major programs, this is going to be a huge factor in those 5 programs.
Well, now instead of having we play the most games on live TV, or more people are going to see it, now it's we have the most people that watch our program. So then if you do go make, the Trevor Lawrence quarterback camp right out of college, people know your name. People have seen you. You've been the top dog of college football.
Right. So it goes both ways. So I see what you're saying. At a smaller level, yes, I think this gives a little bit more of an assist, if you will, to the smaller schools.
Actually, I was just thinking about this. And I don't know if we thought about this, but I really think this benefits a lot of smaller market sports. Like if you're a swimming and diving athlete or a gymnastics athlete, you can finally coach. I feel like everyone's thinking about football wise, but I feel like Trevor Lawrence, regardless if he get paid or not, he's gonna be making millions as soon as he graduates.
Yeah, but
someone who's playing a
there's
small sport that hey, most likely the only chance I really have to make money in my sport is the Olympics or maybe professional track and field.
Mm-hmm.
Now these guys can do camps when they're in college, and it's hey, now I can do I can do a low market sport and still make decent money.
That reminds me of I don't remember I think they were runners for what is that school, that D3 school in Arizona? No, I don't remember what school it was, but they were runners. They had a really popular running YouTube channel, and the NCAA told them they had to shut that channel down because they were
destroying.
Right.
Well, the same thing destroying and stuff like that.
Yeah. So it was listen, either you're going to either lose your eligibility for keeping this YouTube channel, or you take it down and you can continue to compete. So I see what you're saying is smaller, those niche sports, if you will, this can help people like that because running has a huge following to it. Same with swimming and diving. They have fans of it, but now this opens up the door for them to be able to start their own podcasts, right? Start their own YouTube channels and things like that, where they can kind of
their own likeliness.
Right. That's
I always
the
thought
thing.
that was stupid.
At
At what point was destroying, or guys like I know some of the guys in Texas A&M, like there's a couple of Oregon people that had their YouTube channels, but it's like, at what point was it because they go to those big schools or because people actually liked I liked watching destroying videos just for him.
Yeah.
It had nothing. It's like he was on a big college team and that was kind of the draw to him.
Yeah. I think he was on TCU.
No, he was on
I don't
Florida
know.
State.
No, I'm pretty sure it was TCU.
Destroying
I
did not go to TCU.
I swear.
All right, well,
TCU.
before you guys look it up, bet.
Bet who you want.
I will bet you $5. I guarantee it was not TCU.
All right, $5.
I'm pretty sure it was either UCF or FSU.
Okay, well, should I look it up?
Yeah, you look.
Yeah,
I'll
look it up. Look it up.
Draw the. I know it wasn't TCU, so I feel very confident.
I'm pretty sure it was TCU. I'm almost certain.
What's his name? Donald De La Haye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby, you're gonna owe Nick $5. It was UCF.
God damn.
I knew it was one of those Florida schools that had three.
Bro,
I was a 3-letter one. I was close.
it had a U and a C in it.
I
You
was
were
very close.
You're
Yeah,
one letter off.
33% of the way off.
You're almost there, but it's okay.
But yeah, that's bullcrap. Destroying should have been able to have his YouTube channel.
No,
And-
look at him.
but-
You look at him now. He
Yeah,
would have
I don't
been a
think
heck
he's-
of a ton better than Cody Parkey. But since
Let's not do this.
since
man.
he went
I
off,
Oh, dude, he would be.
I know,
I've
but-
seen his videos, man.
like,
He's
Let's
insane.
not bring up that Cody Parkey, man.
since he
Yeah.
got blackballed by
That
like the
double doink.
NCAA, it's like some owners just instantly thought like, oh, he's going to be a problem for us. But it wasn't like he had a problem with anything. It was just more of
He
the
just,
NCAA
he
was
stuck
like,
it to the man, if you will.
yeah, he did, and
And respect to him for it.
I do respect him.
and he's still
And I don't
he's
think
got
he's not complaining. He's still
yeah, dude, he's making
I
millions.
think he's making good money, but I think I would be upset if I was him because he has the talent to be in the NFL.
Mhm.
But it's almost
Fair
like
enough.
he missed his chance because
of some dumb, outdated rules.
but like now I feel like he's
well, I mean, like he made his choice. I mean,
Yeah,
I
no,
thi-
he's
I
gonna
think,
feel
yeah.
great right now though, because I feel like he may have been. There's probably been others before him, but he's got to be one of those last straws before this kind of started changing.
But like,
So
yeah, he might be in the group that was like leading the charge.
yeah,
here.
so like I feel like
I
okay,
see what
he
you
might
mean.
never play in the NFL, but the fact that he knows that something like this won't happen
but
to another
dude,
kicker.
like he's an athlete, though. I'll
Yeah.
give that man credit because dude, he even like runs routes. He could catch the ball.
Yeah, he does
Better
one-on-ones.
receiver than. Dare I say it?
I've
Dare
never
I
had
say it?
anything.
Marquise Goodwin.
Okay, the dude
He'd be a great
the
Olympic
dude's a
athlete.
good
Dog
Olympic
water.
athlete.
He's
That's all I'm
dog
getting.
water.
I'm not talking about his receiving skills. Leave that be. Leave that
Dog
in the
water.
past.
All right, that's all I'm gonna say.
Leave that in the past. All in all, no, I think we kind of all agree this is a good thing for college
Yeah,
athletes.
and this is
Um,
a whole new like
Opens a whole new world.
we don't know what's gonna really happen. Honestly,
no idea,
Yeah.
but it's exciting because I don't know. I just like the idea of being able to like these athletes can now go get what they're worth. Now though, you have the issue of you and I briefly mentioned Reggie Bush.
Yes.
All of his stuff was stripped away from him and vacated because they found out he took money while at USC.
To pay for his mom's house.
Yeah. So now you go. Now the question is, well, this man, he never cheated, right?
Never
Yeah.
cheated.
No PEDs, never cheated or
Yeah,
anything like
didn't
that.
cheat on his
He-
tests or stuff
Yeah,
like that.
so he took money, like probably many athletes before him and after him have done.
Yes.
But he was one of the guys who got caught. He lost his Heisman. They took away his records and everything. Is it time to reinstate it?
Yes.
Personally, I think you reinstate it. You have to right the wrong, right? This is by the NCAA approving this. They're acknowledging, okay, we were wrong about this rule.
Yeah, it's an
previously.
outdated rule that they have come to terms and accepted that they needed to change on it. So,
My
give
whole
him
thing
his
is, I
Heisman
feel
back.
like
but
There
I
should
don't
be-
think it's up to them. I think it's up to the board, like
Yeah.
the Heisman Trophy board.
Yeah.
I feel
No,
like
it probably is.
a big thing for that is it's not quite with the PEDs in baseball, and like should there be asterisks and stuff.
Mhm.
But it would be great to see like if you looked up NCAA records, at least maybe not in like the NCAA Hall of Fame and stuff. His name might not be on a plaque or something, but at least if you Googled it, his name would still show up with like a little star, like taken off official records because of whatever.
because of bull crap.
Yeah.
That 2005 USC team was
Bobby's
The
about
best
to cream
college
himself.
football team ever to exist. All right.
Really? Not the Clemson 15-0 didn't do it?
No, man, dude, that's the best team. All right. Vince Young is a bum. All right. Should have never won. He should have never got in on that last second touchdown scramble. That was bull crap. All right. We've all seen the 30 for 30. Don't lie. All right.
I've seen it.
I
I'm
haven't
a big
seen it.
USC fan. I watched it.
And
I watched
Netflix,
it with you.
and Netflix needs to get those 30 for 30s back. Just
Honestly,
yeah, dude, come on. Like, I already watched
ESPN
all.
30 for 30s, very cool. Have you watched any of them?
I've watched a few, and then I've listened to a bunch on the podcast.
I recommend them, guys. If you want to
Yeah,
watch a cool documentary, ESPN's 30 for 30s. What was the one, the BMX guy?
Travis Pastrana or not?
No. He was the bike. He did all the intense biking stuff.
Dave Mira.
No, he had all the head trauma and everything.
I'm pretty sure that's Dave Mira.
Oh, something with-
Dude, he killed himself.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure that's Dave
I
Mira.
don't think we're talking about the same guy.
I don't think
That's
you're talking about the
that's
same guy.
I'm pretty sure it was
Mira.
Matthew something.
Oh, Matt
Matt
Hoffman.
Hoffman?
Matt
There it is,
Hoffman.
Matt
Yeah,
Hoffman.
never mind. I got him confused.
Thanks, Bob. Way to go there.
I was thinking Dave Mira's BMX, game.
No. I forget what the title. What is it for bike? It's BMX, right?
Yeah, BMX.
Okay, that was
Yeah,
whatever.
no,
Matt
that was
Hoffman.
Matt Hoffman. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
that's
sure.
a cool 30 for 32.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. But yeah, I think that so reinstate Reggie Bush, man. He didn't cheat.
Yeah, he didn't
Right.
cheat you.
No PEDs. Didn't do any kind of
The only-
academic dishonesty or anything.
The only
like
thing I
that.
feel like
that
is
we know of.
did he get money? Like, if he took money to come to USC, I feel like that's still legal. But if
But
it's
that's more on the college.
no, yeah, that's.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, that's still illegal now. So if that's
Right.
why he's out, keep him out. But if it's because
No, dude,
Some-
he had an agent and
yeah,
a
so
whole
if
work
some restaurant was
deal
like, hey,
worked
can you
out with
come?
his agent that was paying for his mom's house.
There's all kinds of under the book stuff happened. And like we said, he's certainly not
Yeah.
the first and certainly wasn't the last.
Exactly. And I just feel like this rule is great for everyone who is great in college and it doesn't transition well to the NFL
just
or
gives them
the
a-
next level. You know what I mean?
Just gives
Yeah.
Like,
Johnny Manziel's of the world.
yeah. Dude, he has to be feeling terrible right now.
No, I'm pretty sure he still has it. He's still pretty loaded.
I mean, I don't think so.
He was Johnny Football for 2
Yeah,
years.
if he was making money as Johnny Football
I'm pretty
back,
sure he was
back
making-
in the day.
He was. I forgot. He was on another podcast where he talked about the money he made doing autographs.
Yeah.
Okay, can't take away what he did on the field. Yeah, you can't, but
Is this
He-
about Johnny Football?
he partied his way out of that.
No,
NFL.
but dude, you have to find. I don't remember the name of the podcast he was on, but they asked him all about were you actually making money as a college athlete? He made so much money doing autograph signings
which
during college.
Yeah. he
College
wasn't
can't
supposed to
do.
do.
College isn't going to get him with anything. Take the Heisman from him.
Yeah,
Dude doesn't
No.
care.
Ryan doesn't think Reggie should get it.
like I said, it all depends
No,
on.
he's talking about that can't take away what he did on the field goes to Reggie Bush.
Oh, okay.
Context clues,
okay.
homie.
All right, there we go.
Thanks, Ryan. I get you, bro.
Thank you. Well, Andrew
Okay.
gets you. I don't.
Okay,
Maybe you
so
should have showed up on 4th of July.
moving into
Moving
an
in.
actual professional sport.
Yeah,
I feel
moving
like we're
on.
gonna-
Not amateur sports now. MLB All-Star break is next week. I don't remember the division standing, so I'm not even going to try to
Yeah, we'll
rattle
just-
those off.
They're
at you.
pretty similar to what they were
Pretty
last
similar
week.
to what they've been.
Except for the Cubs.
Bobby was like, "Yes, Cubs
Is it
first
10
place,
straight now?
Yeah.
no hitter,
Sheesh.
bam, 10 straight losses."
Life comes at you quick.
Yeah,
man.
dude, it
Hey.
does, dude.
Bobby, what,
They just got smacked.
you know what the percentages
By
on how many games you lose when you score 7 runs in the first inning? It's really
Yeah, it's
low.
really low.
It's
I know
only happened
that,
one time.
that game was
Cubs.
embarrassing to
and,
watch.
and the
all right?
Cubs are the reason why the percentage is no longer 100 win percentage when you're
And
up 7-0
you know what?
first.
Back to what I said in May.
Sell the team.
Sell the team.
They're sellers now.
They're done. We're done for the season. Just sell them.
This kid is on the roller coaster of a fan.
Oh my gosh, Bob, you're killing me.
He's on the bandwagon. He's off the bandwagon. He's lighting the bandwagon on fire. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. but-
I'll ride it out till August, but
Oof,
no,
that's rough. Your boy Arrieta, how's he doing?
dude.
How's that Cy Young bet going?
I can guarantee I'm not buying Bobby an
You're
Arrieta
not buying
jersey.
Arrieta or Bobby and
Well,
Arrieta.
but
jersey.
talking about our other side of the bet was if Mitch Haniger wins the MVP, then Bobby has to give me a Kyle Lewis jersey. That's for sure not happening because Shohei Ohtani.
Ohtani. My question is: is he running away with the AL MVP this year?
Yes, because he is doing.
Doing it on both sides.
He's not playing defense, but that really doesn't matter. He's hitting the
pitching.
ball and he's pitching amazingly for being a
Considering
pitcher.
what he is,
Yeah.
And
Dude.
he's leading the leading in home runs. Yeah.
So-
So
Shohei, I think he's the thing is,
his batting average is 277, so it's not like blowing you away, right? You probably want to see him in the 280s to really be like in the running for it.
Yeah.
But if he can like lead in home runs, I said it when we did an episode a few weeks back when we like gave our updates on who we thought was going to be. I said Shohei I think is going to be the MVP as long as if he can maintain an ERA in the 3s or lower, and if he can hit like 8 wins as a pitcher, and he needs to be around 280, and if he leads the league in home runs, I think he's the MVP.
Well,
he's the clear cut right now because, like you said, he's doing something that we haven't seen before. He's pitching and hitting. He's performing on offense, and he's doing pretty well as a pitcher. He's got a lot of, I think, no decisions.
Yeah.
He doesn't pitch too deep into games.
Yeah, but like that's his problem too with it. When he doesn't hit that 6th inning, he doesn't get a win regardless, or 5th inning or whatever.
Exactly.
It is.
That's the thing that's kind of holding back his
That's
pitching.
my whole thing we talked about. Go ahead, Bobby.
Look at Abreu. His defense is not outstanding, but his bat was really well.
His
really
defense is average.
Yeah, but
I
his,
get
his pitch or his batting was like exceptional. You know what I mean? So like off of his bat alone, I think Ohtani can win.
Yeah,
like
but
if he keeps his,
I'm saying his average needs to be a little higher.
Yeah,
and because right now, you can lead the league in home runs, but if there's someone close to you and their batting average is like, we'll say 5 points higher than yours, and they have more RBIs than you, and all you did was lead them in home runs, they have a better chance than you do.
Yeah, I think you look at that, like, say season ends today, and you look at Ohtani versus Vlad Guerrero Jr., just hitting-wise, I think Guerrero Jr. has a slight edge in other categories.
Right.
But for the simple fact that you completely cut out an entire part of Ohtani's game before you consider that, you just add the pitching part, and it's like,
and
boom, ahead.
So
that's
if he does average at best as a pitcher, I think that throws him way ahead of everyone else. That's near him.
I'm saying he needs to stay on his ERA needs to stay under 4. I think he needs to try. He needs to get a couple more wins, even though I think win-loss is a terrible indicator of like how good a pitcher is.
Yeah,
it's still something that unfortunately is looked at and valued by a lot of voters. And he needs to have his batting average can't go under 270. Under 270, there's going to be a lot of guys ahead of him in batting average, and guys will be close to our like a lot of his home runs seem to be solo home runs. I don't know why. It just seems to be the trend every time you see his home runs, they're solos. So he's not like piling up RBIs with them.
Yeah.
But if you can like run away with this home run competition.
But I mean, he is on the Angels, man.
No, I know.
They've had Mike Trout for years
right now,
and
I think it's
still
between
managed to be awful.
Vlad Guerrero Jr. and Shohei for MVP. And basically, Vlad's stats are going to have to blow away Shohei Ohtani's and everything else for him to take it over Shohei Ohtani because of the pitching aspect.
Well, yeah, and then like you look at the NL, it's going to be Jacob deGrom, unless all of a sudden any hitter has like
unless
an
they
amazing
decide,
year.
Does the Cy Young really need the MVP as well?
Well, it's happened before, and it's
Chris
just like,
Bryant.
Yeah, but I feel like
I'm just kidding.
The way Chris Bryant, he's having a great year for Chris Bryant, but overall, it's like he's having
Shut up, Bobby.
He's going to be close. I feel like it'll come down to if he continues hot. And
he's going to be really good
season.
on whatever team they trade him to.
No, dude. Don't even get me started.
I had to throw that out there.
It's over.
My whole thing. Okay, so you think Cubs are out? So what's your World Series prediction then with the NL? Because I feel like the NL is kind of. I mean, both leagues are kind of open,
dude.
But it's like
the NL is like wide open.
But I feel like, and especially looking at the NL from like the start of the season, what people thought till now has changed like maybe 15 times.
Yeah, but wait, real quick though, I just want to bring up Kyle Schwarber. What? What is this? Dude, how are you smacking 17 home runs in 15 games? That's insane.
Because he doesn't play on the Cubs anymore.
He doesn't play in Wrigley.
Dude,
he likes the park he plays. He's like, wow, this is a cool place to hit home runs.
Exactly what I said. Exactly what I said about Jock Peterson. Why would you get Jock Peterson and not just pay Kyle Schwarber that same amount of money? He's literally the same player, better. All right, clearly better.
He's better.
Home runs.
Last year, Bobby
said
like, get rid of Schwarber.
No, I never said get rid of Schwarber. All right,
when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense because you want to get rid of. You want to replace your talent with less talent, as well as get rid of you, Darvish, for nobody.
Exactly.
Like if you're the key to finishing third place in the NL Central. is to just get rid of your good players.
You're telling me Jake Arrieta is not a replacement for you, Darvish?
He's
Man, was that just a
he's a
bold-faced lie
replacement
to
for
the
your
coach?
batting practice coach, man.
Listen, all right. What's the Sox bullpen doing? All right.
We're talking about starting pitchers here, homie.
Yeah, losing games. All right.
Not 11 straight.
All right. Well, you know what?
Are the Cubs? Have the Cubs?
Wait till
below
August. We'll
500?
come back.
I don't know what the Cubs record is.
I'm looking at it right
Wait till-
now.
Wait till August.
Okay.
It's the whole month of July.
I just want to talk about Cubs are below 500. They're the only team of our three favorite teams that are below 500.
Yes.
And I'm a Mariners fan, which is sad because, like, name 3 Mariners players.
Nick Haniger, Kyle Lewis.
Nick
and-
Haniger. He said Nick Haniger.
Oh.
That's my name.
Yeah.
Mitch
Yeah.
Haniger,
Kyle Lewis.
JP Crawford, Kyle Seager,
Uh,
Tyler France.
Murphy. Some Murphy.
Yeah, because I made that joke
Close
about him
enough.
having a second job because his name's Tom Murphy.
Yeah, Tom Murphy. There we go. Boom.
You know, James Paxton when he's not on getting Tommy John or whatever he needs.
Whatever other arm issues.
Yeah. See, I can name him.
Because my
Sure you can.
my whole thing looking at this and how weird standings have been, like we're bad. Like, I'm if I'm thinking World Series matchup, it's really hard for me not to put the Giants in for the NL. But I
Oh,
don't
I
think
know.
this is sustainable. What I think is sustainable is the Astros. I feel like it's going to be Astros versus a team from the NL West. I'm not bold enough to say what team it's going to be. It's going to be one of the three.
So you're changing your best team.
What?
Are you changing your best team to the Astros?
We're
No.
just picking our World Series. matchup.
Hey, join the dark side. All
That's
right,
not
come
what
on, Nick.
we're talking about our World Series matchups.
Yeah.
I'm saying, Bobby, this is going to make you groan a little bit, but I'm liking the Brew Crew, man.
Dude, they're on a hot streak. All right.
You know, apparently,
You know what? I'm leaving the garage.
you want to put this in the fridge while you're. But
Okay, see you, Bobby.
see you, Bobby. The Brewers, I'm going to put them in my World Series matchup, and just because I like to be bold like that,
Oh yeah,
they're playing really hot baseball. I've always I kind of liked the Brewers a little bit, not like a huge Brewers fan.
because
but-
like their team is about beer. Like, how do you not?
Yeah,
Like,
right. It was Miller Stadium. Stadium was named after my family, so like obviously I gotta respect it.
Yeah, the most generic white name.
What are you getting into here, Bob? No,
I
by
feel
the
like
way,
not,
you're-
people can hear you. You're not talking to a mic, but he said that Miller is a
Yeah,
very
he's-
generic white name. That's
that's not.
he's just upset
He's a
because
bitter Cubs fan.
the Cubs have
It's
just
okay. It happens, Bobby. I watched the Sox suck for the last 10 years of my life.
It's
So,
all right.
I understand, right? It's tough. It's challenging.
Yeah, it's all right. You know, we had our time. We'll give you yours. Maybe you could get a World Series.
hey.
Either way,
probably in 21-16, the Cubs will probably be relevant again.
who knows?
Maybe.
But no, I like the Brewers. So I'm going to say them just because I want to pick something that's not like the same 5 teams we talk about every time.
They do have a cool stadium. I will admit
It is
to that.
pretty cool.
It is cool.
So I'm going to go Brewers from the NL just because I think the NL is like anyone's game, to be honest.
so you're going over the Giants, the Dodgers, the Padres.
Yeah,
The Mets.
Trevor Bauer's about to be gone for the season.
Yeah, dude.
We won't get into that.
Yeah,
though.
not looking good.
I'm just looking at
All I'm
Ryan
saying
goes
is we got
Arrieta.
another Addison Russell case on our hands. It's not looking
It's
good.
not pretty.
Yeah, not looking good.
But I'm pulling for. I think the Brewers can pull it off in the NL.
Ryan just wants to point out that Arrieta gave up a grand slam in the first inning today.
Yeah, it was like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know. I have him in fantasy.
And then,
Did you start him?
Yeah, dude. Of course I did.
of course,
I'm riding it out. All right.
Okay.
You still got Kyle Hendricks, or did you get rid of Kyle Hendricks? You sold him
No,
already.
I still have him, dude.
And then American League.
White Sox.
It's tough to not pick the Astros, but I want to say the Athletics.
Okay.
Weird.
That's where I'm going.
Just because one man can't win a World Series. All right.
Mo Laureano,
He ain't gonna
Whoa,
win a World
whoa.
Series. All
Matt
right.
Olson.
Matt Olson, Matt Chapman.
They're like okay.
Matt Wieters. Just kidding. He doesn't play anymore.
Other guys on the team.
Yeah, exactly.
Elvis Andrews.
Elvis is he on the team?
It's George Top.
Elvis Andrews.
This dude said it's going to be this team.
What's his name? Jesus Luzardo or something like
Yeah,
that.
he's the pitcher.
Yeah. See, that's more guys than you named on the Mariners.
Yeah, I never said the Mariners were going to World
I
Series.
know,
All
just
right.
giving you a hard time.
So
That's what I'm doing.
We can hope. We can
I'm
hope
going
over here.
small.
here.
I'm going small market. And you know what? Everyone's going to tell me I'm wrong, and there's
A's,
a good
Brewers.
chance that I am wrong.
You know what? I would like to see kind of what's happening in the NBA where two teams who haven't been in a while. I would like to see Brewers versus A's.
Yeah.
Like that would be good.
That'd be cool. I can root for Ramon Laureano.
But I will always, if the Rays make it every year until they win it, I will always keep rooting for them just
That's
because they're
fair.
a small market team. And hopefully, if they win a
They
World
are
Series,
the Moneyball team without actually being the Moneyball.
yeah, if they win a World
they are.
They're the
Series,
model Moneyball
they
team.
can maybe get out of
but
the
not the
dome.
first.
yeah, like
Tropical
$26
field.
million for their whole salary cap.
Hey, their entire team was less than Mookie Betts and Cody Bellinger.
Yes, that's insane.
Baseball, man.
See, I'm gonna have to go.
Cubs.
No,
Brew crew.
no, not the Brew Crew, man. All right, don't count the Dodgers out. All right, man. They paid for this team. Don't count them out.
They paid for this
they-
World Series.
They shelled out for this.
If Trevor Bauer is in, if he's out, I'm going Giants. All right, slide in that spot. If Trevor Bauer's out,
Then you're going to throw the Astros.
and then I'm going Astros.
Ooh.
Said they're the best team in baseball. I'm sticking to it. All right,
They're definitely a hot team.
they are. And
Brewers are also a hot team.
They're hot, and they're in Houston, and it's hot there. It's hot in this garage. It's just hot everywhere.
It's hot, man.
it's
We're
hot
hot.
everywhere. But
It's hot in Milwaukee.
It's hot in Milwaukee.
You know what?
Apparently,
You know
Bobby
what?
thinks it's about to
You-
cool off in
yeah,
Milwaukee.
you know
but
what happens come October?
It's gonna be cold in
It's gonna
Milwaukee.
be cold in Milwaukee.
Good thing
all
they
right?
play in a domed stadium.
Yeah.
Climate control.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was a good one. Good comeback. All right.
All right.
Sip away.
My big
Just 'cause they have
question.
Miller Stadium. All right.
I don't even think it's called that
American
anymore.
Family Park now.
Oh really? Oh.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I knew
My-
they changed. I just didn't know what.
You know what?
My
I
big
like the G
question-
spot better.
going into the All-Star game where you got a little fan favorites coming up. I feel like a big guy who is like everyone's favorite player is Yermin Mercedes.
Ugh.
He's been optioned down, and then he's also about to be optioned back up, I heard. Because
No, they're calling up Sebi Savala.
okay.
He's not coming back up.
I guess my question is
They need someone who can play catcher.
is Yermin Mercedes' career in the MLB done, or is it just done with the White Sox?
I don't think it's done. I just think he's not what the White Sox need right now.
No, this is my opinion on Yermin Mercedes is not that his career's over. I could see him staying as a bench player on the White Sox. You pinch hit him here and there. He DHs every few games for you. The point of him going down to AAA, he showed that he can hit, but he hasn't shown that he can adjust to what the league sees in him. Right? So you go to AAA, send him down, have him work on like seeing the zone. He started to get swing happy at
Yeah.
everything, and that happens with
Yes.
guys that are inexperienced hitters because their mind tells them to get out of this slump. I need to hit the ball. To hit the ball, I need to swing the bat. So now you're more aggressive, and you shouldn't be, right? You see it all the time with guys is they start when they're young or inexperienced. That's what they do because they tell themselves the only way I can break out of this slump is to get base hits. And pitchers know they're going to swing because they want to get out of this slump. So they take advantage of it. Send him to AAA. Let him find his bat, find the zone again, get some discipline back in him, and then he'll be good to go. I don't think I never really viewed him as a long-term piece for the White Sox. He was at most a contributor this year and a guy who fills in for injury when you have one of your big bats go down.
Yeah, he's like
It's not act like he's some Gold Glove catcher.
yeah, no,
He's a DH.
yeah,
And
it's
a backup DH, really.
and he's a 28-year-old rookie. Like it's
Yeah,
just a cool story.
It's a cool
Yeah.
story, fan favorite and everything. Abreu was a 27-year-old rookie, though. So it works. It happens.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, he was a rookie. He was like 27 his rookie year.
My
One rookie
whole
of the year.
thing, do you think it hurts Mercedes a little bit? Because I feel like a lot of times when you go into a slump, when you're a rookie or young, you try to make up for it fielding. But since he doesn't really get that opportunity, I feel like when he's sitting in the dugout, he's only thinking about hitting. Whereas like if Abreu goes into a slump, which he doesn't really do that much, he's like, hey, I'm going to focus on my picks at first base. And the next time he goes to bat, cranks a dinger.
I
It's like over.
completely agree with you because on that same team, you have a great example of it in Yohan Moncada. Moncada played second base his first year and a half with the White Sox. Struggled defensively because I think the game was too slow for him at second base. He's more of a reactive instinct player. But so he struggled defensively and struggled offensively, right? But then they switch him to third base. Suddenly the game picks up for him. He has less time to think about everything and has to just react. So his defense gets better, and then his bat also comes back to him. His offense ticks up for him, and it's all about the whole focus. It's the complete circle, right?
I got a hot take right here. Yohan Moncada, overrated.
Okay, that's intense.
I think he's overrated.
I feel like you could say that in a sense of like to Sox fans.
Yeah,
but
like,
I
don't
think the
think
generic version of the MLB, I feel like he is either exactly where he's supposed to be or slightly underrated.
Like he's not the all-star of that team.
No, I don't think anyone's saying he is.
I personally think Moncada's their most physically talented player. Is he their best player on the team? No, but in terms of his physical talent, I would say he is.
I don't know.
Yeah, we all know the best player on the team is Adam Eaton, and it's not even close.
But Moncada is a very good third baseman. Since he switched to third base, he's been one of the top third basemen in WAR and defensive metrics, and his offense has been pretty solid as well with it. His first season at third base, he was third in the American League, and batting average, he had like 20-something home runs and like 70-something RBIs. He's a solid third baseman. I put him top 10 third baseman in the league.
I think
I
a big
really
thing for
can't
him
name 10 guys that are ahead of him.
is he's getting a lot better from both sides of the plate, and that was a big thing.
His
Like,
consistency on the right side is definitely
he
better
used
now.
to just every time there's a right-handed
just feel like
pitcher,
there's a
and
lot-
really anytime there's a right-handed pitcher for
Third
anyone
baseman's ahead of him.
against the Sox, they would just get rocked. My whole thing
I
is
just
to
think
go
he's
through-
average.
Well, like what are you doing with Anthony Rendon? Is he better or worse than Moncada?
I would say they're about equal.
Okay, so then you
But
put
Anthony Rendon's
so
like on like the downslope. Of
I'll
his
name him for you. So yeah, Chris Bryant is definitely better, right?
I don't agree.
Justin Turner.
And Chris Bryant's bat may be a little better.
Well, I'm
But-
just saying general senses of not just you being a Sox fan. I'm talking about
Yeah.
just MLB in general.
I'm talking like actual metrics and
I'm
everything.
saying Chris Bryant, you would arguably better.
I put them in the same tier,
Rafael
if I'm being
Devers from
Chris-
Boston
I think Chris
would
Bryant.
be better. Rafael Devers from
Rafael
Boston.
Devers is better.
Just-
Jose
Justin
Ramirez better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt Chapman better defensively, but hitting. So they're close. They're.
Mhm.
It's. Do you want a defensive third baseman or an offensive third baseman? It's just kind of what you argue for that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would say Manny Machado.
Definitely.
If he's on fire, he's
Yeah,
way
but
better.
if you're going this year, Machado's having kind of an iffy year.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
having a terrible year. Want to know why?
Why?
I drafted him in fantasy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
well,
exactly why.
Nolan Arenado better.
Yeah, Nolan Arenado.
Mhm.
I honestly think Nolan Arenado.
And then you
is-
kind of
the
start
best
to
third
run out
baseman.
of third basemen that can kind of do.
you can I
both.
can
Like,
realistically put 6 or 7 guys ahead of him.
That's what I'm saying. Like you get into the point where I could see
I would
just-
just maybe he'd be top 10, but
if
I
you're
just
I think he's
like
easily
an
top-
average third baseman.
No, I think he's easily top 10 and flirts with top 5. And I realize I'm sounding like a homer
Yes,
saying
you are
that.
sounding like
but
a homer.
If you dive into his numbers since switching to third base, his first year at third base, WAR, he was the number 2 third baseman in WAR as a third baseman, right? So that's no slouch. WAR is a very valued metric and statistic that the
I'm not
MLB
saying
uses.
he's. I'm not saying he's
Offensively,
bad.
since switching to third base, he's been a pretty solid offensive third baseman. From the left side, he's as good offensively as a lot of guys are when he's hitting from the left side.
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying he's an average third baseman.
I'm just looking at
I
it.
don't agree. There's 32
I
third
wanna
basemen in the league. So
I
you're
wanna
putting
say
him,
his
you're saying he's
names.
average, you're putting him at like 16, 17.
Yes.
So name 15 guys better than him.
I want to say
even name 15
I could
third
name
basemen.
5 third basemen. I think that I would put better than
Yeah,
him.
that's my
maybe
point.
6. It just depends on. And you get to the point where it's like when you get certain guys playing third base and where they're playing. Like you look at, I feel Rafael Devers, Jose Ramirez. I would argue I just value defense a lot at third base to where I put Matt Chapman over him, but only defensively. If I'm looking at the whole thing, I'd probably have Yohan Moncada. But if I'm on like the Sox, I would take a stud defensive third baseman.
Mhm. My
And
thing
then
is,
offensive or National League, Arenado, Chris Bryant, I would put over him just because of a good year he's having. Consistently over, it's and Manny Machado. And then you get to the point where Evan Longoria for San Francisco, he's at the end of his career. I feel like for sure start of the career.
Josh
way better.
Donaldson.
no.
Yeah, but Josh Donaldson's to the point where he's not consistent.
Josh Donaldson-
He's not
And you're
consistent week to
you're
week.
mad because he smacked one off of Giolito.
That was a great. I love
that was
I
a good
love
one.
baseball like that
You,
when
you
they're
didn't hear it?
No, I know all about
Oh
it.
yeah, dude, he smacked one off him,
Yeah, no, I
and then he
saw
like
it.
Yeah.
struck out
Hey,
the
you know
next
what?
time we came up.
And then he struck out 4 straight times after that.
but he smacked one off him, man.
That's cool.
Okay,
No, like I like personal rivalries in baseball. I think my point though with Moncada is I can't see how you can call someone overrated when it's difficult, at least in our instance, to name 6 guys that are clearly better than
I don't think you can be overrated if you're in the top 10 of third basemen, unless people are talking about you as the best third baseman when you can definitely name 5 better than you.
Right.
And no one's calling
him the best third baseman. But if he's in the top 10, how is that overrated? Top 10 at your position's not overrated.
Every Sox game I go to, all I see is Mankata jerseys, man.
Well, right.
That's because people like his name.
He was the first.
Abreu is that team, all right? He's the heart and soul of that team.
No one denies that.
I think it's tough when you get to the Sox, because I feel like the heart and soul player I feel like you always go to is Tim Anderson. He fires that team up. But then you look at the calm, cool guy who's just like who's just doing what he's doing. It's Jose Abreu.
Yeah. The reason you see a lot of Moncada is because him and Kopech were the first pieces that they signified the White Sox rebuilding. So they were the pieces.
It was working.
They were the pieces of the rebuild. You traded Chris Sale for Moncada and Kopech. You blew it up for those 2 guys. That's why they're so popular. Chris Bryant's was super popular when he was a rookie too, because everyone was like, "This is the guy. This is the final piece for the Cubs."
Yeah.
That's how Moncada and Kopech were viewed when that trade happened.
And he's yo-yo.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna move us back to my original question before we went on.
Go ahead. Yeah, after
my thing is, your Mercedes will play again in the MLB for the White Sox when they expand the rosters, and he'll move up for the playoff rosters.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think
if he wants to, I think he can still have a successful career. I think he'll still play in the MLB. I don't think I see a fit for him on the Sox. I feel like when Eloy comes back,
when
Grandal and they have Grandal, Collins, they're both healthy. Mm-hmm. It's almost to a point of we kind of talked about this yesterday. It's like who do you replace Mercedes? Like if you could have one more bench guy, it'd probably be Mercedes. But for the limitation you are of most of the season,
right?
He's probably going to get moved to another team, and I think he'll still do good. It's just the Sox. I don't feel like it's a good fit for him.
He strikes me as like a player who kind of bounces around from teams that kind of flirt with like third or second in their division.
Yeah, he's like a journeyman guy.
That'll most likely be his case.
I think great backup to Tom Murphy would be your mean Mercedes.
Hey, take him. I got nothing against the guy.
It's gonna be like a buy low though. Like even if you trade him, like you're not gonna get anything.
They're probably not gonna trade
him.
Him.
You're gonna hang on to him. Hopefully, when you bring him back up, he does what he did in the beginning of the year.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And then next year,
if they bring him
trade
up,
him.
Yeah, bring him up for like the playoffs. Say he bats like 400 or something in the playoffs. Select few at bats. Then over the offseason, be like, let's try to sell him high. If it doesn't work, okay, we'll keep it for the first half. Hopefully he just keeps moving up, and then and then eventually he might be one of those guys that gets wavered off just because you ran out of space. Yeah, he gets picked up by another team, and he has a year.
At the end of the day, he's a pinch hitter. He's a pinch hitter and a DH on a mediocre team. You can make a
Seattle man.
You can make a killing doing that though for your career. But the league found him out, and if he can't adjust to that, then he can't adjust to that, and that's pretty much that.
Yeah, that's the pros, man.
He needs to be able to. That's the game. That's the pro game. Like you have to be able to adjust to what the league finds out about you. So if he can't do it, he can't do it. And then
it was like when Pat McAfee got thrown that curveball, man.
What?
Did you miss it? You didn't see that video?
Okay, we're not.
What are you talking about?
Right, moving
Pat
on.
McAfee
moving on to the next
played
video.
in the minors for a game. It's a hilarious video.
I'm not even going to let you finish. So I'm just
watch
it.
Okay.
So I just want, because I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, just a hot, quick response. MLB All-Star jerseys for this year. Love, hate, indifferent.
Dude, they had so much potential. The logo's so cool for the All-Star game. And they made whatever the hell those are. The hat's cool.
My whole thing is I used to love, like when Ichiro was in the All-Star game, like that time period, it was you had your own jersey that you played in, and then you had the All-Star game hat.
Mm-hmm.
So put on an All-Star game hat, and then everyone plays in their own individual jersey, or have an actual cool jersey. This jersey is it's boring. It's confusing. I'm a 25-year-old guy, and I'm confused by it. So some 7-year-old's going to be like, what is that on the jersey?
I'm indifferent. I mean, it really doesn't matter. They're only playing one game in it.
No, I know, but
everyone gets to buy. Like
the point is, like they sell these All-Star jerseys. The All-Star hats are usually pretty cool every year.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not someone who'd go out and buy an All-Star jersey, but I just think they're dumb. They're nothing special to me. And
my whole thing is I'd rather buy Yusei Kikuchi is the only Mariner in the All-Star game. If I really wanted his jersey, I would rather buy a jersey that just was a Mariners jersey that had an All-Star game patch on it.
Yeah.
Rather than buy this one that's like,
Yes, I agree with
how
you
many
there.
times am I actually going to, like, I don't really want to wear it that much because it doesn't really look good.
It's like having a Pro Bowl jersey.
Yeah, it's like, who wants that?
Right. Like a Troy Polamalu Pro Bowl jersey is just dumb.
That's right. Jake did have a.
Yeah, that's right. It's a dumb jersey to have.
Is he here? Is he here?
But
I hope he is.
it's whatever, dude. It's nothing major. It would have been cool to see them look cooler, especially because like I said, the logo's cool. You could have gone with the color scheme of the logo.
Well, my whole thing too is like you could have did
You
something
didn't.
with they're in Colorado. It's the Rockies. They could have had
Put
like
the mountain like
they
on
could have
there.
had the mountains, and then like on one of the top of the mountains, like on like the chest, just
Yeah,
put the team
you're,
logo.
you're getting sued to be in Colorado by Atlanta. So make it the best you could, and they didn't.
And they were just like, hey, so my son played with clip art, and this is what we got.
Yeah.
Put it on the chest of a jersey.
Yeah, there you go.
That's pretty much what it is. Dumb. But whatever, right? It's nothing major. They play, like you said, Bobby, they play one game.
They play one game, but it's just like sometimes like
it's cool to see fun stuff.
yeah, it's
though,
cool to
not
see like a
these-
good
these
jersey.
boring jerseys.
But I 100% agree with Nick. Like, they should just wear their own jersey with an all-star patch on it.
yeah, I agree. Put it
Like-
on like the shoulder or something. Done.
And then, dude, mark that jersey up with the patch on it, and now they're like $30. Boom, sell it.
right.
There you go.
Yeah, put the
sell
put the
that.
patch on one arm, put the
I
other arm
should
like
be in the marketing for the MLB, man.
like put on the other arm like or on the All-Star
Call 'em.
patch.
Hey, you heard
Just
him,
put
man.
Colorado.
At MLB.
What do you got? What do you got? One more semester of school? Bobby's almost there. He's ready.
I got like 4. Probably like 5.
Don't tell him. Internship.
Nonsense, Bobby. We need school. We got the podcast.
Yeah, exactly, man.
But whatever, right? So be it. Jerseys suck. Are we really shocked though? I'm not.
No.
Hat, I like the hat, but that's like every year the hat's cool. like
Yeah,
you
I
said.
mean,
But All-Star break next week. Who do you think's gonna win? NL or AL?
For me, I want to say it's one of the closer ones I've seen, but I just feel like a lot of the talk of the hitters is if Jacob DeGrom pitches all 9 innings, we might have a close game.
DeGrom's gonna pitch like 1 or 2.
Yeah, but like
yeah.
I don't know how many guys can pitch and quiet down those AL hitters for an entire game.
Dude, I think the AL's won it like the last few years, I think.
I feel like they've won more than they've lost, but I want to say it's gone back and forth
Okay.
the most in the past couple of years. But
Okay.
if you're talking
What
about
about,
batting,
What about just 3-2? Who wins the home run derby? 3-2-1.
I don't really know who's in it.
Matt Olson. I'm saying Matt Olson.
This is for my boy Ryan. Shohei.
Shohei.
But
Showtime.
I'm gonna pick Trevor Story.
I knew you were going to pick. I wanted
Yeah.
to pick Trevor Story. I knew you were going to
Yeah,
pick him.
dude,
So I went with Matt
my
Olson.
favorite
Matt
baseball
Olson
player.
just declared today.
Oh,
I'm going to look at home run derby for 2021.
There's Shohei, Matt Olson, Trey Mancini, Trevor Story.
I'm still mad that
Vlad's not doing
yeah,
it.
Vlad didn't do it, man. That would have been a cool.
I don't know who else. I'm going to be entirely honest with you. Maybe Randall Grichuk. I don't know.
Salvador Perez is in it.
Okay.
Right now, there's still 2 empty spots.
So who's in it?
Shohei, Pete
Mhm.
Alonso, Trevor Story, Trey Mancini, Salvador Perez, and Matt Olson. I'm going to go Trey Mancini.
Dude, I like Trey Mancini.
Who doesn't?
What a great story. for
Yeah,
him
it's
to
just a
come
cool
back.
story,
And
man.
he's
Yeah.
going to win. He's going to win the home run derby. He's going to do it.
That'd be cool. I'll definitely root for him, except for if he has to go up against Matt Olson.
Or Trevor Story or Shohei.
Well, no,
Okay, so Bobby's
Well, I'm
rooting for
saying-
Trey Mancini against everyone except everyone else.
yeah. So I'm rooting for Trey Mancini until he has to hit the home run against someone. Then I just can't root for the guy.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Whatever.
Okay, so
Moving on though, NBA.
Yeah.
We got the finals coming up here. Game 1 is
tomorrow, I
Tomorrow?
think.
I'm
We should
pretty
be on
sure-
top of
I'm
this,
They
but
get,
pretty
pretty
they
sure
sure
it
get
is tomorrow.
weird with like how much space is in between, and it also comes into play. They try to have it not be on the same days as any NHL games.
right. Yeah, they're kind of.
So I think it's tomorrow.
It's probably it might
I'm
be
pretty
tomorrow,
sure
but
it's tomorrow.
with it
today, 8 p.m.
It is today.
It is today. So
Nailed
we
it.
will be able
Why
to
would I
watch
doubt
it.
you? Why would I doubt you?
Nailed it. So Giannis is questionable. He's a game time decision. If Giannis is out, I wanted to pose the question. Let's say injuries continue and Giannis isn't able to come in, and excluding him or Devin Booker, who is like your biggest X factor. Like this is the person who will make or break the series for this team. If you're going with the guy for the Suns, if Devin Booker's not in, who's the guy who makes or breaks it for that team? If Giannis is out, who's the guy for Milwaukee?
Yeah, I think for me, it plays a big thing into if Giannis is playing or not.
Mm-hmm.
If Giannis doesn't play, DeAndre Ayton has to take over the game. He only really has Brook Lopez. I think it's Brook. I don't know. Yeah, it's Brook Lopez.
Brooks.
Brook Lopez. It's Brook and Robin Lopez.
I don't know why. I thought it was an S at the end.
Yeah, throwback to Robin Lopez.
Yeah, so I think Brook Lopez would really be his only kind of competition to go against. If Giannis plays and DeAndre Ayton goes off, they're also going to win games.
It is Brook Lopez, no S.
So for me, I think it's going to come down to him.
It happens.
Just either completely dominating the Giannis-less Bucks, or he's going to have to stop him on defense and score enough on offense to get Giannis tired. Because if Giannis gets tired before the second half, I think the Suns can just, with Devin Booker and Chris Paul,
Suns in 4,
just sprinting around, it's going to be tough.
No. They got this.
Yeah.
Giannis is a game time decision. All right. So
I said that.
He's definitely going to play.
I
And
kind of hope he doesn't now.
I'm going to go with Chris Middleton.
How do you spell Chris Middleton?
KHRIS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Ooh.
But he got it.
I got it, man.
Nick likes to come after Bobby.
Yeah,
first.
don't you worry, man.
I just want to say, he named 3 Mariners players. We gave him some help. But he spelled Chris Middleton right. So 2 for 2 today.
Yeah, no,
knocking him out of the park.
I spelled it wrong in the Google Docs. I know. But
right.
If
Bobby,
if Giannis is in, Chris Middleton is going to be the X factor. If he plays well, that could shift the game. He could either win, or if he plays well, I think they lose. And if he's out, he's going to be the sole person responsible for carrying that team.
Brook Lopez isn't going to score 80 today.
No.
Brook Lopez
Giannis
is going to be bold. All right. Brook Lopez is dropping 25 tonight.
Oh,
Double-double?
Double with 25.
How much you want to bet on that? I'll throw another 25 or another 5 on that.
I'm not betting anything on it. I just like to say dumb shit. So
you gotta bring a bold one to everything.
Yeah, that's me. All right. I'm gonna be honest. I don't watch a ton of basketball. I don't follow it as much. So I like to say crazy stuff.
When you hear a name,
I like to say crazy stuff because if I'm right, it's just like, see, told you so.
This man's a genius.
This man, I'm like the Rain Man over here.
Yeah, but if you're wrong, you just look like Stephen A. Smith.
No, if he's wrong, then it's like I kind of expect.
Yeah, right. If I'm wrong, I'd be like, well, you know what? I told you I don't really watch the NBA, so I don't know why you guys took what I said so seriously. It'll be similar to when Bobby's Bets comes in. You can pull that same card if you end up being wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
You're like, well, listen, I told you I'm no expert, so that's the strategy.
Yeah, but
regardless, my X factor.
Moving on from what I just said about Brook Lopez.
My X factor is not Brook Lopez.
No, what he said about Brooks Lopez.
Oh yeah.
No. There's no S. You're so dumb, Bobby. Oh my gosh, you really thought there was an S. No, this is gonna sound like a cop out, but Chris Paul to me is going to make or like if Chris Paul plays well, the Suns are gonna win this series. If Chris Paul is struggling and has a bad series, I still think the Suns are going to win. Just it's going to go 7 games.
So it really doesn't matter.
Suns in 5 is what my prediction is.
For me, Suns in 6.
Suns in 6. I'm going Suns in 5. In the one game,
I'm going Milwaukee in 6.
The one game Milwaukee's going to win is Game 3.
They're going to win
the
tonight.
First game at home.
Yep. Take it to the bank.
You know what?
I didn't know what you were doing. I didn't care for a second.
Take it to the bank.
Oh, so you're actually putting a 20 on this now?
God, no. Dude,
the Suns are in it. Like, you have a 50-50 chance now. Like,
yeah, but I'm not putting money on Suns in 5 in the only game.
No, I'm saying Suns to win, $20.
Me and Ryan are already in on that with you and Eddie.
Okay, all right. I was just making sure.
We're splitting.
Okay, all right.
Now it's
2020.
There you go.
Like the best year ever.
No, that was the worst year, man.
Either way, here's what's gonna happen. And guys, if I end up being right about this, we need to make this clip go viral. All right. So it's gonna be Suns in 5. Milwaukee's only gonna win Game 3 at home. and they're going to win by. I'm not going to get that bold. That's what I'm going with.
Okay.
Suns in 5. Milwaukee's only win is
No,
game
say
3.
it. You gotta say it now. You already said they're gonna win by. Come on.
Fine, I'll say they're going to win. The only game they win game 3 by 12.
12? That's all you're giving them?
Yeah, because I don't think
I say Suns in 6. I don't know who's going to win what games.
No, that game 3 is the only Milwaukee win. That's my
You know
call.
what? Now, just for that, when they play Milwaukee, I'm gonna drive up to Milwaukee. I'm gonna go hang out outside their stadium like they always do.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Root for the Bucks.
Have fun with that.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit in my air conditioned house and not watch the games.
Yeah, not your air conditioned garage.
I will watch the
not air
highlights.
conditioned out here.
What do you mean? We've got these wonderful fans.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're
my
getting there.
thing I'm looking
It's a
at
work in
too.
progress. We have the couch.
We're looking at two
Yeah, you're casting up.
two teams that really haven't been in the NBA playoffs, but also what I was looking at this. What city/state needs a championship?
Oh, Arizona. Arizona.
Didn't
It's not even close.
Didn't even let me read off the teams. You just
Yeah,
you
go.
just-
See you at the,
Thank you, Bobby.
sorry for that rude interruption.
Thank you,
Go right ahead.
Oh,
Mister.
man.
I have to control the talking over here.
Ooh.
All right, so Arizona. I'm just looking at the major four sports. So Suns, Coyotes for NHL, Cardinals for football, not the baseball team, the Cardinals, different state, and then the Diamondbacks for baseball, and then Wisconsin as the Bucks, of course. Then they have no NHL team.
Their NHL team is kind of the Blackhawks.
Or
Blackhawks are wild.
then
No,
they
if
have
you're going off of Milwaukee, they're pretty much Hawks.
Yeah, I
then
think
they have the
are, yeah.
Packers for the NFL and the Brewers for MLB. Fun fact: when you Google Arizona professional sports team, the Arizona Cardinals don't show up. It shows up on Wikipedia that they're in Arizona, but it gives you the Suns, Coyotes, Diamondbacks, and then a bunch of colleges, and you're like, Cardinals? Question mark.
Must not be in Arizona.
But if you think about it as Milwaukee as a city, they really only have the Brewers and Milwaukee and the Bucks.
That's why we went state.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. But Milwaukee is a city; they need to win more so. But as a state, they already have the Packers. They don't need to win.
The Packers
I'm
alone
going-
is
Yeah,
as
but
a statewide, I would go
right now,
Arizona.
Wisconsin is just weeping for Aaron Rodgers.
Listen.
Hey,
I
he's
couldn't care less about what those
He's gonna-
cheeseheads are feeling. Okay?
he's gonna
But if
report,
Phoenix
boys.
wins,
He's
it's
gonna
almost a
report.
win.
I
Frank
think
Kaminsky's
it's
on
August
Phoenix, right?
28th.
What'd you say?
Phoenix has Frank Kaminsky right now, right?
Oh yeah, Wisconsin, great.
That's a win for Wisconsin again.
Right. Frank Kaminsky's over there in Phoenix.
Regardless of who
You know
wins,
what?
Wisconsin wins.
Sorry, X Factor, not Chris Paul. Frank Kaminsky.
25 points tonight, double.
No, gosh, no. 10 points, double.
10 points, 10 blocks.
Triple double, 10 points. No, I'm gonna say Arizona, just because I have seen a lot more mediocrity come out of that state's professional sports in recent memory than
What is Cardinals the last championship?
Yes, the Kurt Warner.
they didn't even win it. But that was the last team to win a championship was the Diamondbacks in the early 2000s.
When they had Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling.
Yeah.
And I now think of the Diamondbacks, and they're garbage.
I'm pretty sure they swept the Cubs.
They're cabbage.
They're
Can we talk about from Arizona?
Cabbage.
Arizona from like when Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling to now. I like their colors so much better. That like purple and teal.
Oh yeah, when they were like the cool southwestern colors.
Oh yeah, dude, the like cutoff, like
yeah.
like
the-
that one
like
was
the-
so cool.
The weird red and teal. I know.
Now,
what you're
here's
talking
my
about, like the purplish maroon.
I
Yeah.
like the
Look
logo
at that.
better
What's
now.
that?
I like the logo better now for Arizona for the Diamondbacks. It's that rattlesnake, but I want the old colors with the new logo.
Bring me the old colors, man. Bring them back. That's what they need. They just need those colors, and then Randy Johnson when he was good, and they'll be back.
My favorite thing was when they talked about Randy Johnson. When I don't remember where he was. I think it might have been Seattle, and he like dented his neighbor's garage door.
Oh
throwing
yeah,
a snowball out at
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that one's so cool.
No, but the color. I need the name of that red color.
Oh, red color.
Oh
The-
god, it's like the purple red.
Purple red. It's probably purple red.
It's like look up their colors.
All right, man.
Sorry, I'm getting a little
Okay.
hostile with
I know
Yeah,
me and Bobby have already thought about this and put our thing in the Google Doc. So I'll ask this question while Bobby's looking up what
Oh,
that
I
color
forgot
is.
to answer that question. My
What?
bad, boys.
What NBA team do you think is going to look?
Sedona red.
It's cool red.
Sedona red, man.
See that?
Sedona red,
that's what it
Mrs.
is.
Miller, that's the color Andrew wants for his next birthday cake.
I want a Sedona red cake.
Yeah.
You know what? Just paint the house Sedona red.
Inside or outside?
Both. Whole thing.
That's a lot of wood color.
Only Sedona red. No accent walls or anything.
If I see one not Sedona red
I
wall.
wanted to look crimson in there.
Yeah, most different beginning of next season. So not like
next
trade
season.
deadline stuff, just beginning of next season. Pretty much draft and free agency.
Goodness me, man.
Do you want me to list you off some free agencies?
I am going to go with the Pelicans because I think their biggest pieces are all going to be gone sooner.
Besides Zion, I think he's going to be gone too.
Zion's family's trying to put pressure on them to move him. They want him out of New Orleans.
I'm just going to read a quick list, and then Chris Paul and Kawhi both have player options. So So Chris Paul, Kawhi Leonard, Mike Conley, Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, Otto Porter Jr., Victor Oladipo, Goran Dragic. Are kind of like the big names that I've seen that a lot of people are going to know.
Lauri Markkanen.
I don't think he's on here.
I
will.
I don't know.
Well, I looked up. He's on there.
I'm sticking with the Pelicans though.
I'm gonna go with the Chicago Bulls. Lauri Markkanen is on there. I looked it up. Unless I got false information.
Wi-Fi loading. Keep talking. I'll see when it pops up.
Yeah.
Lauri Markkanen's gonna be. Kobe White's gonna possibly be gone.
You're correct.
Yes. See,
Kobe White's
Kobe White's gone. Lauri Markkanen, you're not re-signing him. We already have.
They might.
We made that trade. Why would we even keep Lauri Markkanen?
Vucevic?
Yeah, he's useless to us now.
He's not a center though.
Yeah,
Power forward.
Yeah, but Lauri Markkanen stinks. All right, and he's never played to his full ability. All right, boom.
He's been hurt.
Wipe away with
every
him.
year.
Well, yeah.
What'd you say?
Wipe away with him. Get him out of here.
Wipe away with him.
All right.
Oh, I thought you said white boy with him. I was like,
And
what?
then we have these rumors about Dame Lillard.
No.
Dame time. Dame time.
If he comes to the Bulls, dude, shake up. Completely new team, man. I'm telling you.
I have not heard that rumor, so
I have not heard that
news
rumor
to me.
either.
You haven't?
No.
I know Dame Lillard wants out.
Yes,
I know that.
And that's why my thing that I thought was going to change would be Portland. Because I think Damian Lillard either leaves. He did sign an extension in 2019. So at that point, I felt like he thought something was going to happen.
And then nothing happened.
And then nothing happened the past 2 years. But he's been in the middle of those Western Conference teams.
Mm-hmm.
I can see them possibly going, hey, let's go pick some of these teams like Dallas. Like maybe they're going to get rid of Kristaps Porzingis if we can kind of oversell, like if we can overbuy on them.
Like, I mean, like McCollum ain't bad. Like,
No.
But it just the rest of the
they need a
stinks.
solid big man
Yeah.
that can run like a pick and roll with Dame and CJ McCollum.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they get torn out where you watch the people play defense against him and they really don't put anyone in the center and they're just like shoot over us, which Dame is like fine.
But I would really love to see Dame time in Chicago. He's my favorite basketball player.
You'll have to send us the link to wherever you saw that. That's news to me.
I am definitely buying a Dame Lillard jersey.
I would definitely actually.
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
if he's on the Bulls.
That's my whole reasoning, man.
Dame Lillard, Zach LaVine, Vucevic, and I'm assuming if you
Markkanen.
I feel like if you get Dame, I feel like it's going to be a sign and trade with Lauri Markkanen.
Nah, dude, sign and trade with Kobe White.
I don't think Kobe. I don't think the Portland's going to be like
Kobe White's contract ain't even up.
I feel like Kobe White's not going to be good enough talent for Portland to be like, yeah.
But he's young enough talent.
What if you brought in Lonzo Ball?
And then trade.
Lonzo Ball, Dame Lillard,
three-way trade.
and
Three-way
Zach
trade.
LaVine.
All right, they still have their first round pick next year.
That's like a Miami
so.
big three. You know
So this is how it's going to go, right? Because they still have their first round pick next year, and you're going to do a three-way trade. You're going to send Kobe White is going to go to New Orleans, right? Then Lonzo Ball and the Bulls' first round pick in 22 is going to go to Portland.
Well, Lonzo Ball's a free agent.
Is he?
Yeah.
So you could
just dial it all back. Let me rewind.
Here's what you could just
No
do.
three-way trade.
Sign Lonzo Ball, sign Dame Lillard. Boom. Over.
You can't sign Dame Lillard. He's not up for contract until 2024 or 2025.
Okay, so you
okay, well,
sign
trade for Dame
Lonzo
Lillard.
Ball,
There you go.
and then you trade him in your 2022 first round pick and Kobe White because Get him out of there.
Hey, we'll give you 2 point
I'll
guards
give
for
you 2
one.
point guards that play completely
Dude,
different.
honestly, you could trade Zach LaVine and get Dame Lillard.
I don't know.
I would
dude.
be cool
Keep
with
Zach
that.
LaVine. This is why you don't run that team.
What are you talking about? I could do a great job.
No, you can't. Want to bet?
I'll just call up LeBron
James.
James.
$5.
Yes.
Want to come to Chicago? Got some great basketball schools.
Shut up, dude.
I don't even know any, but
Simeon.
yeah, Simeon. There we go. Boom.
Big basketball.
Ryan can tell you about him. He lost to him. He used to play
They
America.
played him in the playoffs.
80-40.
Shepherd Greats.
Scored 8 points.
You did?
Yep.
That's pretty
Oh,
good.
hey, that ain't bad. Yeah, hey, give
That's
him
almost-
another round of
That's
applause.
almost
We'll
a
give him
quarter of your team's
Scored
points.
20% of our points.
Yeah, I was going to
And
say.
I scored the least amount of points on our starting 5 for the season.
Good game.
Hey,
Good game.
Hey,
Take a
good game.
bow.
I'll take
I'll tip the cap.
And you didn't play basketball in college?
Nah.
Such a waste.
All that height.
Yeah, bum.
I'm sorry.
All that height. Whatever. What's your question of the week, Nick?
My question of the week, sports related, but I kind of feel like it's coming out of left field.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make an argument for one player in any sport that's not in the GOAT conversation. Make me believe that he should be in the GOAT conversation.
Jeez, dude, that's so loaded.
I will make you believe who I think should be in the GOAT conversation for the MLB, which I feel like it's a lot of talk.
Wait, are you going to steal my answer? I literally just thought of it.
My answer for the GOAT of baseball is Ichiro Suzuki. One of the greatest defensive outfielders, arm-wise, could react to any ball, hit over 200 hits in 11 straight seasons, and also didn't start his MLB career until he was like 29. Most of his 200 hit seasons were in his 30s. You're telling me if he came in his 20s, he's not also doing that?
For preface here, Nick had a lot more time to research all of this stuff.
Well,
We don't know his question of the week.
Yeah.
Prior
me
to
and
this
Brandon,
moment.
me and my brother were talking yesterday about like who do we think is the next 100% guaranteed in the Hall of Fame? And I was like, I think it's Ichiro. And then he said David Ortiz is before Ichiro. And I was like, if you're gonna for sure lock
Aren't they
down,
going to be in the same class?
Dude, that's big
Ichiro
cocky.
just retired in 2019.
Really?
Yeah, technically.
Oh.
So he'll be 2025.
Okay, well then, yes.
When did Prince Fielder retire?
Don't you
Wild.
dare throw Prince Fielder out there.
My whole thing is
I was going to say that can't be your
So-
answer.
No, that ain't my
Ichiro
answer.
Suzuki.
Mine's going to be a curveball.
So you're going Ichiro. I
Yeah.
still need to think.
Are you ready for mine?
Sure.
Make me believe
MLB,
it.
Michael Jordan. If he didn't go back to
No, that's not
basketball,
what the
he would
other-
have been the best. He would have been the GOAT in baseball. 2 sports.
Way to just discredit our entire podcast with that.
Telling you, if he kept going and playing, he could have been the GOAT.
Yeah, his 220 average in AA.
Okay, well, you know what I mean? Everyone, look at your Mercedes. He's not doing that great.
Bobby.
Okay, Ichiro was 27 when he became a rookie. So he missed out on
A lot of years.
Well, I mean, yes, granted, like 30% of his hits, some of his seasons never got past the pitcher's mound, but add 7 more years to speed on that,
Yeah,
you're getting a lot more hits.
whole time.
Okay,
Dude.
if the Martians didn't come and take him to go play against the Monstars
Exactly,
from his
man.
MLB career and be like,
baby.
Yeah, dude,
Oh
how are
my
you going to get
God.
offended by me saying that? You're wearing a Toon Squad jersey.
because it was
It's
basketball.
What are you talking
He played
about?
baseball for 5 minutes in that movie and struck out in both of his at bats.
All right, but in real
That's a-
life,
No.
he was selling out stadiums. Yeah.
Charles,
think
I would
about it.
make an
Tebow.
argument that you could say Charles Barkley is a better golf GOAT potential than Michael Jordan is baseball GOAT.
Yeah, no, that wasn't my real answer. I haven't
Okay.
thought of it yet. But
No. Nick, this is a really difficult question. I'm gonna be
Exactly, man.
honest,
It's a
and I
tough-
got to really dig into my years of sports knowledge. Are we talking like GOAT at their, like, say we go the football player. Can we talk like GOAT at their position?
Yeah, you can go to like quarterback or defensive end or something because I feel like
Because it's hard with like a sport with 11
because
players on
you
each
can
side.
argue at any point in time that Ichiro isn't the GOAT because like Randy Johnson's one of the greatest pitchers. Like, yeah,
Yeah, okay.
so I'd go position or just in
Okay,
general.
of
If you're like
position.
just a stud.
Like,
Like Michael Jordan was the GOAT of basketball of any position. It's kind of be hard to but just come at me with a.
give me 1
I
second. I
don't know,
gotta.
who's the GOAT of football right now? That everybody
like, do
thinks?
they have to keep it up their career or like a couple of seasons?
No, it can't. It's got to be it. It's got to be his career
Okay,
of
all right,
greatness.
It's like tough though. It's like,
No, yeah, I know. It's a big thing. Like that's my whole thing. Is like, yes, I had more time than the other two guys. Like, that's not my fault. They let me do the question of the week.
Yeah, that's true. No, I mean, really.
It's too hard when, like, if I give you guys time to think about it, you're gonna be like, oh, it's not really a thing.
Yeah, no, it's
and then you don't say
you
stupid things like Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Baseball.
That was a good one though.
I think I got it.
Aaron Rowlands.
One of the greatest linebackers of all time that no one talks about is London Fletcher. Better career stats than Ray Lewis and Brian Urlacher. And I honestly, now I'm a big Brian Urlacher fan. Don't get me wrong.
Monster
but
Midway. Yeah.
If I'm going to be honest, I think London Fletcher is on the Mount Rushmore of linebackers. And he is like a guy whose name is ignored all the time. He, like one of the most. Let me look it up. Let me look up some stats for you.
So while you're looking up your stats, I'm assuming your Mount Rushmore has 4, kind of like the real Mount Rushmore. So who's the other 3 middle linebackers to like just give some people who might not know who London Fletcher is, who you compare him with?
I'm putting him in there with Lawrence Taylor, Ray Lewis, and Dick Butkus.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm going.
So if you
with.
don't know who London Fletcher is, and you don't know who
honestly, I feel like you can make a case to put Urlacher there over Butkus or Ray Lewis, but I think London Fletcher second to Lawrence Taylor because dude is just an animal.
Yeah, I mean, but that's kind of what I'm looking for in the question. It's like a guy that really doesn't get talked about as much, where it's like, hey, if you had a month to give me all the stats and be like, I'm making an actual case for this, who's someone you could put up there? So London Fletcher's mine. Michael Jordan?
You know what? Kurt Warner.
Ooh.
I feel like he's slept on.
Yeah, because who do you talk about? Like you talk about Joe Montana,
Dan Marino.
If I can interrupt real
Steve
quick.
Young.
London Fletcher has the most career tackles by a linebacker. There you go. Doesn't get talked about. Did you know that?
Still not as good as Roquan Smith, though.
Roquan Smith should have been an all-pro, but that's not my point.
But I did not know that, to be honest with you. But Kurt Warner, when you think of top dogs of quarterbacks, he never gets really mentioned.
No, I don't.
And I feel like he has a solid career. He was with St. Louis for, 5 years?
Yeah, and I feel like sometimes those guys kind of get, like when they're not the big name, like greatest player of all time, if they're not on that solid team. Like Joe Montana was great, but he also had Jerry Rice as like one of his biggest guys. So it was always like,
and it's
always talked about. But Kurt Warner, I feel like you always pass over him for a reason or another.
Yeah.
Got any stats on the big man?
Oh, I could pull him up.
Is he leading any categories?
London Fletcher is just up there in like the top 5 for everything at linebackers. Another guy that you forget about is Derek Brooks. But I still think London Fletcher.
I'll be honest, I don't know who Derek Brooks is.
There you go.
All right.
That's another guy you can make a case for.
He has 208 touchdowns in his whole career.
Yeah.
And
but he also had a late start.
Did.
Well, and plus,
he led the greatest show on turf, Bob. That's your best argument right there.
Exactly. Led the greatest show on turf.
His career also was at a different time where when he was playing, quarterbacks weren't throwing 50
Yeah, it was a different league. Marshall Faulk was the focal point. It was a running game kind of league then.
Yeah.
Which I think we're slowly moving back to that.
I think so. I feel like we're really moving
but this time it's more of a committee backfield. You know what I mean? Like
committee backfield, but also there's also a lot of
but
passing to your running back that's also coming through. I
Your
feel like
running backs are slowly getting used like they get used in college again, which is good for college running backs for their draft stock.
Yes. Like Thunder and Lightning, the best duo.
Yeah.
But Kurt Warner.
So Kurt Warner
slept on, man.
Slept on.
That's
okay, we'll leave it at Kurt Warner slept on. So, Nick, you're going Ichiro, Fletcher, Kurt Warner.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Let us know, guys. Who's your underrated GOAT, if you will? Kind of gets left out of the conversation when he shouldn't be. Otherwise, though,
like Michael Jordan in the MLB.
Yeah, like Michael Jordan in the MLB. Otherwise, though, I think that'll wrap it up for us. So appreciate you guys tuning in and listening to us. If you like what you heard, give us a like on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at GTS Podcast 1. Garage Talk Sports on YouTube. Smash that MF and subscribe button.
Break the YouTube algorithm.
Let's break the algorithm. But thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll talk to you next week.
See ya.
See you guys.